everybody. Thanks so much for joining us right here on The Right View. Ladies Tea, we're back in Florida. We're ready to rock and roll. We have two great Floridians joining us tonight. Our friend from Turning Point, Erin Elmore. She's also known as Sandwich's Mom. If you don't know, then go on Instagram. You can find out more about that. And we are so excited to have, for the first time, CEO and founder of Optima Ed, Erika Donalds. Erin and Erika, the double E's. I love it. Welcome. Let's get this rolling. Erika, you also are known because who is your husband?
America's Congressman, Byron Donalds.
Yes. Yes, we love him. Yeah.
I do too.
He's the greatest. I think he's gained a lot of fans because of his no-nonsense approach to everything. He is your husband, the father of your kids. Congrats. Kids are back in school, ladies. We're here in Florida, and it's going down here. And so we're all focused on that, of course, but we can't take our eye off of the Biden family, because I'll tell you what, it seems like every day you turn around, they're trying to throw stuff at Donald Trump. We know that. But we had something interesting happen on Friday. On Friday, Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, appointed U.S. Attorney for Delaware, David Weiss, as special counsel to investigate Hunter Biden. Now, Erin, this seems like something that probably should have happened a long time ago. It was interesting to me because they did a press conference about this on a Friday. I think we all know Fridays, people are kind of ready for the weekend, not paying attention. For those of us who live in Florida, we had either just sent our kids back to school or were about to send our kids back to school, not really into everything going on. And David Weiss apparently asked to be appointed to this position. What'd you think of this?
Well, they say when you sneeze, that means it's the truth. But so the truth of the matter is he's not allowed to be special counsel. We already know that he botched the last 5 years with handling Hunter Biden in Delaware. He was the one behind the sweetheart plea deal. He was the one behind the statute of limitations expiring. But you know what he's not allowed to be around is being special counsel. So Code of Federal Regulations, Part 600, Section 3.
Oh, we're getting into it.
Qualifications of special counsel. The special counsel shall be selected from outside the United States government. He's not from outside of the United States government.
He is not.
So, I mean, well, where do we go from here? What happens next? But all they're saying on the left is like, we've got these Republicans because Trump appointed him, right?
Right.
That's all they're saying. But
that's their only go-to on this one. You're exactly right. I feel like the whole play here is they're like, well, Donald Trump appointed this guy, so the Republicans should know this is a trustworthy individual. I'm sorry. Are you kidding me? Don't forget that when the IRS whistleblower, Gary Shapley, was talking about Weiss, he said that Weiss told him that he was not the deciding official on whether or not charges were filed in the Hunter Biden case. As you just said, he had 5 years to deal with Hunter Biden and got that ridiculous plea agreement. I mean, give me a break. Erika, I got to get your take on this. Jack Posobiec tweeted something the other day, and I thought this was sort of spot on. He said the appointment of Weiss as a special counsel allows the Biden DOJ to keep the investigation open indefinitely and stall all House requests for information to cover up the Biden family corruption ring. Wow. Spot on.
That's exactly what's happening. We've seen my husband and the Oversight Committee revealing all of the corruption that's going on with Hunter Biden, with Joe Biden, with the DOJ, the IRS. And this particular prosecutor is now known to have stonewalled the investigation. So how in the world is he going to be the one to actually dig in and find out the truth? It's absolutely a move by the Bidens and the DOJ to just stall it indefinitely and to continue to try to attack Donald Trump, who we know is going to be up against Biden in next year's election. So it's like they're not even trying to hide it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
And they don't even care that they're violating a federal law. They don't even care. This is the law in our country, and they just think, we can do whatever we want. We're Democrats. Anytime news broke about Hunter Biden, they would slap him on Air Force One with his dad. They would take him to Camp David. They would march him in front of White House state dinners just to show the American people we can do whatever we want and there's nothing you can do about it.
I mean, pretty much that's what it feels like is going on right now. I'll tell you something that, look, all of this I feel like is so insulting to the American people to see this and to really feel like they're kind of like thumbing their noses at us. Like, you know, look at what we can do here. Like you said, Erin, you guys can't do anything to touch us. We're, you know, the Democrats, whatever. Something I thought was pretty gross was when Joe was asked over the weekend about the horrific fires in Hawaii. And he had no comment. I mean, are you kidding me? You are the president of the United States. What is wrong with you that you can't at least give us something on it? Shouldn't he have made some sort of move, gone somewhere, done something, tried a little bit? I don't know. Erika, that to me was really outrageous. It's bad enough that he spent, I think, a third of his time or something like that in Delaware while he's been president and has been working. But then he can't even talk about something like this that is one of the worst fires, I think, in modern history here in America.
Well, our hearts are going out. We're seeing all of those videos. It's horrific what's going on in Hawaii. You would think that the president of the United States not only would have to be asked about it, but would have a commentary. But he's so used to saying no comment because he never answers questions, never talks to the press, that it's an automatic thing. But you just wonder, is he so checked out on what's going on with the American people, including in that state, that he doesn't have any commentary? When anyone would ask you or Erin about what's going on there, we know exactly what's happening, and our hearts are going out to those families in Hawaii. It's appalling that the president had nothing to say.
Yeah, he's spending his time, Erin, sunbathing on the beach, riding his bike around Delaware. He can't be bothered with things like Americans going through some sort of a horrible natural disaster like this. Doesn't have any time for that. It's really, those sort of things are shocking. But maybe it's why we have something going on right now. Maybe people are just so fed up with all of it, and people are at the end of their ropes in a lot of different ways, whether it's financially, whether it's that they feel like this country is going in the wrong direction, the embarrassment that has ensued since Joe Biden took over as president. But for whatever reason, and people can make their own judgments as to why this has happened, Americans are committing suicide at a higher rate than ever. In 2022, nearly 50,000 Americans committed suicide. That's up 2.6% from the previous year. Erin, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what the exact analysis of this sort of thing is, but I imagine that when times are tougher, this sort of thing is more prevalent. And heck, things have certainly not gotten easier under the tenure of Joe Biden.
Certainly not. And it's so sad to hear that, because you feel so helpless, and you just want anyone that's struggling to make sure that they have friends and family around and speak about it and tell them that you are having difficulties. There is help out there. People do love you. You are not as alone as you think you are. But it's so hard to digest why this is happening. I mean, I think there's so many reasons. We are in really dark economic times, even though Joe Biden seems to think the plan is working and we're doing really great. And I think that maybe it's a lot of younger people now. We see that young people are so influenced by social media and TikTok, and they think that their lives can't compare to what they see online. And I do think that depression and anxiety and all of those sort of ailments are really on the rise amongst young people. And I do believe it has a lot to do with social media. I think we can limit our kids' exposure to that as much as possible. That's the best thing we can do for them, at least.
Yeah, and Erika, I found it interesting that of it's 49,449 Americans committed suicide in 2022. 39,000 of them are men. You know, you look at the way that I think there has been a demasculation of sorts of our men here in America. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not an expert on this in any sense, but I was trying to think, why is it that so many men? I mean, that's crazy. That the number is that high. The percentage is mostly men. I don't know. What did you think of this whenever you saw this?
That's exactly what I thought when I read this study, that the demasculation of men the victimization of our culture. And the messaging from the left, from the media, is that you are a victim of your circumstances and there's nothing you can do to improve yourself unless the system helps to improve it for you. And that's not the messaging of America. It's not the founding fathers' messaging. Their message was, this is America. You can achieve the American dream. You can get a great education. You can get past your circumstances that you were born in and change your trajectory. But that's not the message that we hear coming out of the left. It's not the message that these families are getting. And when economic times are hard, they feel helpless to change their circumstances. And so we have to overcome that with the messaging of the conservative and Republican Party, that you can achieve with free market if the government gets out of your way, and give these people more hope. But in Biden's America, they're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, it's so sad. What a tragedy to read something like this, to hear that this has happened in our country. And Erin, I think you said it. Look, sometimes we don't know what people are dealing with. And the truth is everyone is dealing with something different. And we don't know the struggles of anybody else we pass on the street every single day. But honestly, it's why I just try to be nice to people. I think kindness goes a long way. I know that's a stretch for some out there, especially if you march around Washington, D.C. with like pink hats on or something. I know that's a stretch, but we just be kind to one another and nice. And maybe you could change somebody's mind about you, or just change the direction of their day, or maybe it makes them rethink something like this. I don't know, but it really is horrible to hear all this happening. Something else that I think is horrible and ridiculous. Erin, I saw that you posted something the other day on Instagram, and I'm just going to read it really quickly because it was rather shocking. You reposted something, and apparently if you are a white man and you own a dog, you are somehow a white supremacist. And here it is. This person, Becky Hillsborough, posted, white men who own animals should be considered racist. Whites, especially white men, have a genetic disposition to control those they deem inferior and derive pleasure in inflicting oppression and control. Hence why white history is filled with slavery and brutality. White men who own black dogs should be an automatic red flag. What?
I should get my white man that owns a black dog to come out right now. He's in the back room.
Yes. Craig,
come out here. Bring sandwich.
Yeah. Bring your black dog out, Erin. I mean, watch it.
This is so insane. First of all, honey, bring sandwich. Well, you have to come too. Oh my God, we're hijacking the show.
This is excellent.
We need you too.
But we need to see it in real life, because here we go.
Wait, did you hear that white
there
men?
he is.
There's sandwich.
White men that own black dogs are racist. Did you hear? Get here, come in. Hurry up. We're doing
Get
a live
in here,
show.
Craig.
Oh no, we lost my camera. Hold on. I'll get it back.
I'd have to start again. Gabe is having the best day ever. Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on.
There they are.
You're back,
Here's Craig and sandwich. There they are. Wow. Squat down there, Craig. Craig, give us your thoughts. How did you feel about being called a white supremacist?
I think it's strange. I mean, first of all, look at this cute little character who has little dog skin and then has hair. And whatever color her hair is, how does that make someone any kind of supremacist? The whole thing is strange.
It's crazy.
And we rescue these dogs. Like, you're a big proponent of rescue.
Yeah.
This is a rescue dog. We didn't choose her because of any specific color. And
This dog was almost in the wild. Came limping over to her mom. The fact is they look alike. They look exactly the same.
So anyway, I think it's everything is racist. Everything is white supremacist.
Right.
And it's completely wrong because there's so many animals that are in need of homes right now.
That's true.
And we work with Big Dog Ranch Rescue. They said that because of inflation, people are abandoning their dogs more and more, that it's too expensive to take them to the vet, too expensive to buy food.
Yep.
So I don't want people to say, oh, I can't buy a dog because it's racist, when there are so many animals, especially now, in need.
It's so stupid. People are so desperate. Craig Spitzer, I just want to give you a big applause for coming into the show. Thank you for
very
joining.
much. I appreciate it. I have a few
team.
more fun things to talk about, but I guess I shouldn't bring them up now, right?
Goodbye.
We'll call you back for the next segment.
I appreciate that.
Thank you for joining.
See you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, this is like the true definition of live TV today, huh?
This really is. Erika, there's something else that apparently is racist. Oh, apparently if you are into waking up early, something that is really associated with successful people, starting your day off early. I like to wake up early. As a mom, if I don't wake up early and get things I need to get done for myself done before my children are up, forget it. The day is ruined oftentimes. I don't get to it. Apparently, that is also rooted in white supremacy. If you are waking up early, I wish I was making this up. Let me read just a quick excerpt from this beautiful article from medium.com. The early rising ideology is not inherently racist. Oh, well, thank you so much. However, its connections to white supremacy can be seen when examining the broader historical and social context. During the era of European colonialism and the Atlantic slave trade, the concept of hard work and productivity became intertwined with race. Enslaved Africans were forced to work tirelessly from sunrise to sunset, and their white oppressors often used the rhetoric of hard work and discipline to justify their inhumane treatment. Wow.
That article, it read like a Babylon Bee article.
Yeah.
I thought it was a parody. It doesn't make any sense, but it goes back to what we were just talking about, right? Everything that we know to be true that is racist now, right? We know to be true that if you wake up early, you can be successful. Even if you don't wake up early, frankly, there are a lot of people that are very successful that are not morning people.
It's true.
But nevertheless, it is related to getting your day started early. It's always in those self-help books and those business books about waking up early and how you can help be more successful when you make your day longer or when you get your day started out right by either doing a devotion, doing your workout, taking the time with your family before work or before school. How ridiculous is it that someone would say that's racist or rooted in white supremacy? Why does everything have to be about race, including
everything?
What time you set your alarm for?
Well, timeliness, like we said, is racist. Jogging is racist. Museums are racist.
Yeah, if you go to a gym, you're racist.
Yeah, table manners are racist.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are racist because a lot of other cultures don't have that combination of sandwich. So, I mean, everything is basically racist at this point. So what are we supposed to say? It's almost like when they first started calling us racist just because we were Republican, it kind of stung or it might have hurt or you would be inclined to fight back. And now we all just sort of collectively roll our eyes. It's like the Chicken Little, right? The sky is falling, the sky is falling. Yeah. When you say the racist is falling, then no one gets the umbrella anymore.
I use the Chicken Little example for my son all the time, and he's not read Chicken Little like it was a book when I was a kid. There's a movie that like kind of I forget exactly what it's called, but it's based on Chicken Little, and I made both of my kids watch it because I was like, this is why you don't, because everybody panics. These kids get upset about the tiniest thing, and I'm like, if every time you do this, I'm not going to believe you because everybody's I'm hurt, I'm this. Everybody's fine. Anyway, it's a great example. You're right. Doesn't matter anymore. Everybody knows the truth. And often, by the way, whatever it is the Democrats are accusing us as Republicans are doing, they themselves are usually actually doing. I'll harken back to, the Russia collusion hoax where they said that our campaign and my father-in-law got colluded with Russia to win the 2016 election. Guess who actually did it? The DNC and the Clinton campaign. It's everything that they're saying that Donald Trump is doing. Guess who's actually doing it? The Biden family and Joe Biden. It's amazing to see this. So I'll just chalk this one up in that category. I'll tell you something I'm excited about, ladies. The Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg fight. I got to get your takes on this. I don't know how into fighting, MMA, UFC, whatever you guys are. I'll tell you, my husband, Eric, is kind of into it. And so we've watched many a fight, even late into the evening. We've been known to order a couple of fights, watch them on TV. He's been to them. I think I'm going to finally go to one with him coming up in November. Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, we know are fighting. We now know it is going to be held in Rome and apparently at an epic site that is directly from Elon Musk. The proceeds are going to go to veterans. Erika, who do you have in this fight? Who's your pick? What do you think of this? Should we place some bets on somebody? Do you feel strongly?
Well, I definitely have Elon in this one, and I hope he wins not just a physical competition, but the competition for free speech and for not interfering with people's ability to speak their minds and post on their relative social media platforms. I wish that was the winner, and Elon came out on top because he's done such a great thing in opening up Twitter as a place where we feel like we can actually voice all types of opinions, and it's a safe place for free speech, not the type of safe place that the people who think they know better than us about what we're allowed to say or what we're allowed to feel or see, like Zuckerberg and the people who work at Facebook. You know, we've seen this battle, if you will, before. I just wish it was more than a gimmicky physical competition, but one where really Elon can win on the terms of the public engagement and the ability to truly defend free speech.
Yeah, by the way, wouldn't that be great if the victor could really like get something solid out of it? Like, oh, I don't know, our American values back intact here. That'd be a big win for all of us. Erin, who do you have?
Well, I'm going to analyze this as if I were Dana White or Joe Rogan. So we know that Zuck trains like
he
in
does.
the octagon.
He does.
And he's a lot younger and he's shorter. So Elon had come out and said, you know, if it's about the length of this fight, Zuck will probably win because he's smaller. Elon is very tall. He's a bigger guy. He's much older, as I said. So as much as I want Elon to win, I know Elon's suffering from some, you know, health issues that he's working on right now.
He's going to have a surgery or something now.
So I mean, if I were advising Elon behind the scenes, I would say, can you make this like an intellectual debate or something and not make it a
chess
fight?
Game instead, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm worried. I am worried, but hopefully like we'll just all forget about it and it doesn't have to happen and we can go on saving America and allowing Elon to be a part of free speech and the First Amendment rights in this country.
Well, you know what? I think you're right. I think it's funny because I think all people who consider themselves to be conservatives are rooting for Elon Musk for, Erika, the reasons you just laid out. Like, we're in this because we feel like we're in a battle here for our rights and our freedoms, and we are fighting to remain America. And it's more than just a physical fight between these two guys. I'm going to assume that, you know, people who consider themselves liberals are probably backing Mark Zuckerberg on this one and want him to win. But Erin, I agree with you. I'm a little bit worried that Elon is not taking this seriously enough. No. Look, you know, I'm into working out. I do all kinds of crazy stuff. Yes. And what I read was that his training is like lifting weights. Elon, we got to get you in some sort of a ring. If you want my kids train jujitsu like 4 times a week, you could come over and hang out with us. They get down. Like, we really go hard on this. Now they're 3 and 5, but you know what? They're going to soon be 4 and 6. So I don't know when this battle is going down, but we need to have some serious training because I am a little worried. I think, Erin, you're right about Elon Musk and his chances. But nonetheless, it'll be entertainment. The UFC is not going to be apparently officiating this. They're going to have some intermediary judge of some variety who determines the winner and kind of is there on site. But I'm going to guess that it's at, what is it, the Coliseum in Rome?
Coliseum, yeah.
It's got to be, right?
Where else would it be? That's obviously a historical site. I don't know how you can do that, but, if it's Elon and Zuck, they'll find a way.
The least likely gladiators I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they can record movies there, they can probably make it happen. Or it'll be an AI and we'll think it's the Coliseum.
See? Erika.
There's a thing called Old Man Strength. I don't know if you've heard about this, but Old Man Strength is a thing. So I'll give that to Elon. That's right. Part of my calculus.
What does Old Man Strength do for you? It's just because you're old and you're angry, or what?
Yeah, cranky old men. Yeah, like a cranky old man. They lift up a car and turn it over or something. I get mad.
I have seen this in practice with young, like our sons in my own house, where they think, they work out a lot more than my husband is able to, but he's got that I won't call him an old man. Older.
I was going to say, does your husband know you're calling him an old man, Erika?
He will call it old man strength. So I'm not using any terms that he doesn't use. But he uses that against our sons. Like, you can't beat me. I've got old man strength. So
yeah, it's almost like my dad is one of these. I feel like my dad probably still doesn't consider himself an old man, and I'll never consider my dad an old man. My dad's got like an 8-pack. You know, he still plays full court basketball games like on the regular. So he's always out there doing something hardcore. But he's like, you know, all these Secret Service guys we used to have would see my dad and they'd be like, dude, your dad is like yoked. Like, your dad's killing it. And it's old man strength. Like, they've been in it forever. This guy was playing football back in the 60s, like taking people down. So you know what? He's been at practice for a long time. Comes to you when you need it, I guess. Old man strength. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll hope that Elon gets a bout of it. Or maybe some advice from all those kids he's got. Who knows? Here's something that I found really crazy, but then not crazy whenever we think about how insane our society has gotten. And Erin, as you pointed out earlier, how obsessed everyone is with social media and trying to like look like a celebrity or something. Apparently, in the wake of the Barbie movie, and I want to get both of your takes on the Barbie movie if you've seen it, there's something called a Barbie makeover that, shocker, you're being warned against. And this goes for both men and women, because apparently the women want to look like Barbie and the men, no joke, want to look like Ken. It's when you have these multiple procedures at once and you're trying to attain this certain aesthetic like Barbie. We're talking about breast augmentations. This is for the women, liposuction, rhinoplasty, lip augmentations, and more all at once. Apparently very dangerous. I don't know if people really think they're going to look like Barbie, Erin. That seems to be a stretch to me. But did you see the Barbie movie, and what was your take?
I saw the Barbie movie. I loved the Barbie movie. I thought it was really funny. When they went to like the real world and they were talking about the patriarchy, I took it sort of Saturday Night Live style, because there is like the patriarchy. Come on, you go in a boardroom now and it's probably, there's no white men in there. Like, they've all been basically shunned. So I didn't think they were talking about modern times. You know how they were dressed in those rollerblading neon 80s costumes? So I think that's the real world then. So it might have been the 80s or 90s.
Okay.
So I didn't get all heated that it was woke and all of that. And I thought that Ken's friend Alan was hilarious and the premise was nice. And I love that they have the creator of Barbie in there, and it was emotional. And I shed a couple of tears. I thought it was great. And no, you shouldn't get 25,000 surgical procedures to look like anyone else.
No.
You're only going to look like yourself and maybe a little bit better, but not when you do all this. Heal you on the inside first, girl.
Yeah, exactly. Erika, did you see it? Truth be told, I haven't seen it. But Erin, I've heard a lot of people say the same thing you have. There were all of these people who came out initially and they were like, this movie is, you know, whatever. They were slamming it from a conservative perspective. But then I've heard a lot of people say, like, no, I think actually it was the opposite of that. And they were making fun of all this woke garbage out there. Did you see it, Erika?
I did not see the movie, not because I was boycotting or anything. I'm just not a big movie person. And with, 3 kids and a traveling husband and all of that, don't have a whole lot of time to go to the movies.
Not a lot of time for Barbie movies. All right.
I would like to see it because I did grow up on Barbies as an 80s baby and just, want to see what all the hype is about. But as for the surgeries, we've seen such an uptick in people modifying their appearance, whether it's more Botox or plastic surgeries or the butts. I mean, the butts are out of control. I just can't even believe the butts, the fake butts. They're everywhere here in South Florida. But I think, again, it's a cultural issue. We're telling people that they're not good enough and allowing social media, as Erin alluded to earlier, to kind of rule people's existence and what they think about themselves and other people. And that's really got to change, but it can't go too far to the other side, right? As it has in the past. But at the same time, dangerous procedures like that, I think it's good that they're putting it out there that please don't do this to your body and to yourself.
I mean, the fact that we needed an article to tell us that you're probably not going to look like Barbie, even if you spend $120,000 plus on your surgeries, I'm not really sure what that says about all of us. But then I think about all of the apps that you can use on like your photos on Instagram or whatever. I mean, it gets insane out there. Some people doing these things to themselves. And then I assume people see him in person and they're like,
confused.
Huh. Well, you really photograph well. And they're like, oh, thank you. Meanwhile, they're like, you really don't look like you presented yourself on your social media platform. But it's kind of out of hand. Like that one Khloe Kardashian picture, I always see like the people compare it where she looks like really done up. She doesn't even look like herself. And then you actually see what she looks like and you're like, oh my God, it's all fake. That's the whole point. People have to start realizing that just because you see it out there doesn't mean it's real or that you actually should want to look like that. I don't know. It's a little crazy. But nonetheless, yeah, I'm in the market to go see Barbie. Erika, maybe you and I can make a date of it whenever we get a little spare time from these kids now that they're back in school soon. Yes. Shout out to all the Florida moms and dads out there because the kids are going back. Sorry to everybody elsewhere because y'all got to wait until after Labor Day. Anyway, I want to say thank you to you ladies, Erika and Erin. Double E's again, joining me for Ladies Tea here at The Right View. Erika, we hope you'll come back.
I would love to.
And next time we'll promise to have some sort of an animal element as well to bring into the mix because we love that here at the show. All right, and to everybody at home, as always, thank you for joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow. We'll see you back here next time for more of The Right View. So I'm like a lot of people. I love to wear an Apple Watch, but I hate how it looks. And I scoured the internet to search for the best looking Apple Watch cases I could find, and I found it. goldandcherry.com. They have absolutely beautiful watches, as you can see here. Everything is waterproof. Everything looks good with different outfits. You can get sporty, you can get fancy, but they are great quality, made out of Delaware in the United States of America. And they have been kind enough to give me a promo code that I can share with you if you want to get your hands on one of these as well. It's Lara T, L-A-R-A-T is the promo code to get yourself a discount at goldandcherry.com. And not only do they make Apple Watch cases, they also make great products for iPads and iPhones, keyboards, your desktop, everything you could possibly need. goldandcherry.com. Use promo code LARAT so you can get yourself one of these today too. At The Right View, we're very proud of the fact that we are independent. We get to say everything that we think and everything that we feel. We have no woke companies guiding us or telling us what we can and cannot say. We are always going to shoot you straight and give you the facts as we know them. And that's why it's important to support independent outlets like The Right View. My name is Lara Trump, and I think Mike Lindell is a patriot. He is someone who loves this country, is willing to fight for this country. I love MyPillow because not only are MyPillows made in the USA by American workers, but they're great products, and they're so great that not only do I use them in my own bed at night, my children actually requested. My daughter the other day went to the closet and pulled out a MyPillow and said, this is the pillow that I want to sleep with. And I gotta tell you, she loves it and will have nothing to do with any other pillow. So it's a big hit around our house. My dogs also happen to sleep on MyPillow dog beds. So all around the Trump household, we're big fans. If you go to mypillow.com today and use promo code Trump, again, promo code Trump, you will not only save money, but you will help us continue this show and other shows like it and help us continue the fight for the future of America. Inflation has impacted all of our lives. I don't think anyone can go to the gas pump or the grocery store without noticing that it is a major factor. And unfortunately, it's not going anywhere. It doesn't seem like it's going down in the way that we would like it to. And one way to protect your money is by investing in precious metals, gold and silver. That's always been a great way to make sure that you keep your money and you keep it safe. When you go to bh-pm.com, use promo code Trump That way, if you decide you want to invest in gold and silver, you'll save yourself a little bit of money. We live in a time that's very interesting. A lot of us out there feel like a lot of our rights are slipping away. And if you're like I am and you want to have the right to choose whether or not to have a vaccine, how to live your life freely, and you're looking for a great doctor, I've heard amazing things about Dr. Sherwood. He's somebody who you should really check out and check into, and it'll help support this program and keep us going. So go to Sherwood.tv and use promo code Trump. Again, Sherwood.tv and use promo code Trump. You can save yourself some money and help us keep our program going.